Hello, I'm Jim Naylor, and I'll be presenting the Heidi Roizen case for Management 6334 Seminar in Organizational Behavior, Spring Semester 2018, West Texas A&M University. First, I'll discuss Heidi Roizen's network strength across the different stages of her career. Heidi graduated college with a degree in creative writing and used her small network to secure her first job. As the editor of the company newsletter for Tandem Computer, Heidi grew her network and its influence by taking advantage of her contact with the senior managers of Tandem. While at Tandem, Heidi decided to change her focus by studying business at Stanford. After Stanford, Heidi began working with her brother to bring his software TeamMaker to market. Instead of securing startup funding, Heidi relied on her network for success. She reached out to the press to help put the TeamMaker product in front of her customers. She also started attending market conferences and joined numerous tech groups where she used her outgoing personality to build her network with new and upcoming Silicon Valley stars. She, along with her larger and more powerful network, helped propel TeamMaker to $15 million in sales and a staff of approximately 100 employees by 1994 when it was sold to the Deluxe Corporation. In 1996, Heidi left the Deluxe Corporation and took a position with Apple as the Vice President of Worldwide Developer Relations. Apple was losing market share and their developer network was volatile. Heidi called in some favors and used her network to obtain expert Silicon Valley endorsements for the Apple platform and secure distribution avenues such as the Wall Street Journal to circulate their claims. The power and influence of her network strengthened Apple's reputation along with its commitment from its software developers. In 1997, Heidi left Apple with her strongest network yet and pioneered a new position working with startups as a mentor capitalist or information broker, a person who creates value by connecting different groups of people to fulfill their unique needs. Heidi was actually so successful connecting resources and startups, people were willing to pay her to do it. Her success as a mentor capitalist and her dynamic network led to her to sign with SoftBank in 1999 as a general partner and venture capitalist. Heidi and her network helped SoftBank land 5 investment opportunities worth a total of $40 million in her first 6 months. Heidi's network grew with the demands of her career, and to say it was powerful is an understatement. Next, I'll discuss the extent to which our reading applies to the Heidi case. In the book Give and Take, Adam Grant introduces the idea that givers, not takers, are the true standouts. Heidi is definitely a giver. She has always worked in roles that require autonomy and the ability to contribute to a team. Adam Grant specifically says givers thrive in independent roles where collaboration matters. Even more than a giver, Heidi is a successful giver. And to be a successful giver, you have to be otherish, or a giver that gives but is not taken advantage of. Heidi is otherish when she helps SoftBank develop startup proposal guidelines. These guidelines allow entrepreneurs to screen out their own proposals. The guidelines also help to protect Heidi from burnout by not allowing her to become an overwhelmed giver, taking in all the review requests. Finally, Heidi was an expert at finding the diamonds in the rough. Adam Grant states, spotting and cultivating talent are essential skills in just about every industry, and that it's difficult to overstate the value of surrounding yourself with stars. While developing her network, Heidi looked for unique, interesting, and talented people to surround herself with, many of whom went on to cultivate successful careers and act as strong members of her network. She still finds stars while maintaining her network by developing deep relationships with the interesting members of her extended network. Heidi is definitely a high performer. Next, in Harnessing the Science of Persuasion by Robert Cialdini, this article points to 6 specific principles that are linked to persuasion: liking, reciprocity, social proof, consistency, authority, and scarcity. Heidi can be linked to all of these, but I'm going to discuss 3: liking, authority, and social proof. Liking is the idea that people like others that like them. Heidi grew her network at TeamMaker because she was willing to spend time with anyone that crossed her path. People liked Heidi because Heidi liked them. Next is authority, or the idea you're reliable because of your role as a subject matter expert. Heidi was able to build a network in the Silicon Valley full of technical experts and entrepreneurs because of her reputation as a technical expert and entrepreneur. Later on, as a mentor and venture capitalist, she was successful for the exact same reasons. Finally, social proof, or simply peer pressure, which is the idea that people look to others for social cues. Heidi and social proof were working with Apple when she signaled to her network that Apple was a powerful computing platform. Heidi is successful because of her use of persuasion, especially principles like liking, authority, and social proof. Finally, is How to Build Your Network by Brian Usey and Shannon Dunlap. Just like Paul Revere, Heidi is an information broker. She is such a powerful broker, she created a career to be a mentor capitalist. Instead of investing capital, she creates capital from knowledge, information, and exchange. In the Heidi Roizen case, Kathleen McGinn and Nicole Tempest state that as a mentor capitalist, Heidi found her network to be her greatest asset. But the long term success of her network is directly related to its formation. Heidi's network is a constellation where she uses key members to manage specific groups in her overall network. Just as Brian and Shannon described, this style of network formation and management allow Heidi to get the most from her connections. Finally, a key part of her network success is the strength of its bonds. Heidi's network strengthened as it became tied to each other for success. As Heidi's challenges grew with her career, so did the strength of her network. Brian and Shannon state activities that share common goals and are high stakes evoke passion and promote strong bonds. The Heidi Roizen case is a strong example of the connectivity between being a successful giver, the strength of persuasion, and the power of a well-built network. Thank you for your time and consideration.